Welcome back! My name is ballerscuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1985. Today, we're going to talk about Gradius. The story of Gradius takes us back to Konami. We have talked about Konami before. They have been responsible for Scramble, Track and Field, and Hypersports. We last talked about Konami in our video on Ye Are Kung Fu. For Gradius, Konami turned to Hiroyasu Machiguchi. Hiroyasu Machiguchi was hired by Konami in the early 80s as a programmer during Konami's transition to video games, and Gradius would be his first publicly released video game. Machiguchi was tasked with making another shooting game, particularly one that outdid Namco's Xevious. At first, Konami wanted the game to be a follow-up to Scramble, so the game was titled Scramble 2 during production. Inspiration came from both Star Wars and Lensman, a film with a laser weapon that would be directly taken for the game. The music for the game would be designed by Miki Higashino, who also did the music for Ye Are Kung Fu. The game would be designed and tested continually for about a year. The game used the Konami Bubble system, a powerful arcade motherboard that used a Motorola 68000 microchip as well as a separate Zilog Z80 chip for sound control, and a speech synthesizer. It also used Bubble memory cartridges as its storage system, which was said to have a higher reliability than floppy disks or cassette tapes. This powerful new motherboard allowed for more hardware and memory capacity to work with compared to other arcade cabinets at the time. Gradius is a horizontal scrolling shooter. The player plays as a spaceship named Vic Viper. The player's goal is to battle through waves of enemies through a variety of environments. The player must defeat bosses, which will often have a core that must be destroyed by the player in order to win. The game has several power-ups available for the player. Instead of having different power-up items, though, there is only one power-up item. When the player collects the power-up item, it will show the power-up menu. Collecting more of the items will move the highlighted portion of the menu. When the player presses the power-up button, the player chooses that power-up and the menu is reset. Konami released Gradius to Japanese arcades on February 2, 1985. It would be released in Europe in September 1985 and North America in December 1985, but these versions would be named Nemesis. That is a brief backstory to Gradius. With that now told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. This is Gradius, as you can see, copyright 1985 by Konami. And then we just get straight into the demo. Now, the demo is very misleading, I would say, because the ship already has 3 options, which are one of the more expensive upgrades. So we will not be starting this high up, but they kind of need to explain how the upgrade and power-up system works in this game, because it is a little weird. As you can see, when they drop the power-up item, it basically just moves the cursor on the menu, which you can then select for your upgrade. And you want to be pretty careful about this because it can just kind of cycle through it. So speed up, which is kind of considered the basic upgrade, and I believe you can do it up to 5 times. If you get the power up too much and it goes all the way through, you can be back on speed up when maybe you wanted to get the options, which I believe are 5th on the list, or the question mark one, which is 6th. So you got to be careful because you could end up with a level 1 power-up when you actually wanted a level 6 power-up, if that makes sense. But you can tell which enemies are going to drop the power-up item because they are kind of that orange color. Those 3 all were orange. But there's also some things that you can do at the beginning to get power-ups. And now they got the double. God, they are fully upgraded here. Now, I won't lie, I'm not very good at Gradius. I hope to make it to well, I should be able to make it to the final boss, which is around here somewhere. But I don't believe that I'll actually be able to beat the final boss. If I could beat the final boss, that would be amazing. But as you can see, you're kind of stuck with that, and that's difficult to get through. All right, and here we get the high scores. I probably will make the high score list, but I probably won't make it in the top 5. I'll probably be in 6 to 10 range, I think. I've been practicing, but there's only so much I can do on this game. I'm just not good at these kinds of games. Let's get in, see what I can do. All right, now I would say that you kind of start the game almost painfully slow. So I'm gonna shoot all these, get the power up, get the speed up. All right, yeah, if you destroy all of these, you can get a power up out of them. Then you're basically down to the orange. Okay, I want an option at this point. No, that's laser, damn it. All right, well, laser's good. It's not like laser is bad, but I wanted an option. Okay. There's an option, all right. As you can see, valuable upgrade. I'll try to show off all the different power-ups that are kind of available for you, but not sure I'll be able to do that all in one run. So far, I'm doing pretty well. I shouldn't have said anything, though. Sure, let's get a missile. Alright, there are the missiles. You have to hit a different button for the missiles. Alright. Okay, what do I want here? I think I want another option. I love the options. We'll get another speed up. No! No! Damn it! Then you start over without any power-ups, and that's kind of one of the downsides for me personally. Like, I built up this ship, and then it's just gone. Did I not get the speed up the first time? I felt like I was still going very slow. Damn it! I wanted that power-up. And now, once again, we're just kind of painfully slow. Alright, there we go. I forget that they start you with a power-up if you had... I'm legitimately not sure what hit me there. And that was a terrible run! I am a gentleman. Or a lady. I'll go with gentleman. I got number 6. That's not bad. Alright. Horoscope is technically this one, I believe. I think that's Virgo. Sure. I don't know all of them, but I could probably figure it out if I thought about it hard enough. But I know that one's me. I'm the M. There we go. So, I've been better at it. So, we'll try again, see what I can do. There's no continues in the game. See if I can, once again, make it to the final boss. Well, not even the final boss. Make it to the first boss. Alright, yeah. Just kind of knowing they're going to be there. Alright, and then we'll just hang out down here. Get this one. Okay. Alright, we'll try to get another option first, and then I will try to show off double, which I haven't had a chance to show off yet. But yeah, option first. Option, thank you. I think I'm supposed to get a missile, but at the end of the day, I feel like this game is a lot about your personal preference of what upgrades you like in order to get a good build, but I'm sure there are guides out there that are like, no, this is definitely the best build. All right, let's get a double. And there you go, double. I don't get to fire as fast, but there are more bullets coming out. Plus I get to shoot that way. What am I on? Okay, we'll go with missile. Now I'm just kind of spamming. No! Oh, I was gonna get the blue power-up, and the blue power-up destroys everything on the screen, if memory serves me right. Alright. Once again, I'm going to try to show off all the power-ups. So at this point, I need to kind of go for the highest level one, which is the question mark. If I could get past that. Alright, give me the speed up. The question mark is my least favorite, actually, of the bunch. I think everything else is a little bit more useful. God, these... Yeah, that section right there kind of gets me every time. So we're gonna go for one more run. And... what does that put me at? 8. So, like, they're fully aware of how difficult this game is. Right, that one's me? Yeah, because that's Libra, right? So that makes this Virgo. So I'm pretty sure that's me. I didn't think I'd be quizzed on horoscope signs today, but I'm pretty sure that's me. It's definitely one of the M ones. Alright, we'll do one more run. Hopefully I can show off the question mark one. The reason I don't like it is that I feel it's way too temporary. And we'll show that off when we get there. Alright, give me the speed up. Alright, I'm just gonna hang out down here. Get this one. Okay. So we'll get an option, and then we will get the question mark one, just so I can show it off. Okay, there's power up, there's power up. Okay, there's my option. Once again, my personal favorite. I think you can get... Yeah, we'll get the speed up again. I think you can get up to 3 options. So what we saw in the demo was kind of fully powered up. I wanted to be able to make it to the first boss, but, you know... The game's hard! There's just a lot going on with it. And maybe missiles are the way to go for this first level, but I'm just not a fan of the missiles. I don't like how they function. Okay, there's... Okay. There... No! I missed it! And I got the speed up instead! Oh no, I'm way too fast now! And now because I didn't have anything on there... I don't have the speed up initial boost, which I need. Like, I need that first speed up. So I might have to do another run. Just so I can try to show off what's happening in the game. Alright, let's go up here. Screw down there. Down there is death. Oh, great. Now I get to basically take on the final boss with a single speed up power up. Super. That's what I wanted to do today. Alright, let's just hang out here. Try to avoid the rocks as best as I can. You can shoot them, but as you can see, like, they're not necessarily at the angles at which you can shoot properly. Alright, there's the boss. You have to hit him in the middle, and eventually you have to shoot the core. But... Where are you going to start me? Alright, okay, at least I get the speed up. But he's got, like, barriers, so it is difficult to get there. And yeah, they start me pretty far back to try to give me some power-ups to take on the boss. Alright, once again, going up there. Yeah, missiles aren't going to help me against the boss. Okay, well, at least I made it to the final boss, like I said. That was where I thought I could make it. The goal would be to try to beat the boss, but I think that he is too difficult. I don't have the power-ups I need. And yeah, the rocks are seemingly random. I can't figure out a set pattern for them. They seem to be different every time. But yeah, you need to destroy those barriers, you know, very close to where he's shooting from. There's one down. I'm sure there are people out there that can defeat him. Oh, and I run into the mountain. Of all the things, just not paying attention to the terrain. That's what gets me. Alright, I still get 6. Alright, I still want to show off the one thing that I haven't shown off, so we're going to avoid getting the option this time. We're not really going for a run that I think is going to give me a high score. We're just trying to show off the option, or the question mark one. That's the goal here. Alright, give me the speed up. I will always need the speed up. Alright, and then we're just gonna hang out here so I can get that one. Alright, sometimes they give you more, and sometimes they... I don't know. Okay, and... there's the more that I was talking about. Okay, so 1, 2... I need you. Alright, so there it is. And these are temporary shields, essentially. They will go away. Like I said, they're temporary. They are useful. As you can see, you only get one of these, I believe, at a time. You can get them back once they're gone. Are they useful? Sure, but like they're also huge and just kind of in front of me, so like I feel that they don't necessarily, and that guy ran into me in the back anyway, so like yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. I think that's kind of a last thing once you get all of the power-ups that is useful for you, but you know, until you get all the other power-ups, I'm just not seeing that being worth the high level that it costs to get it. And there I go again. Thought I was good there. All right, yeah, last one. I think we're as good as I'm gonna get here. All right, I was hoping to get the laser because I feel that the laser is probably the lasers and the options are probably your best bet for the first boss here because of the angle at which he comes at you. We'll try to get another option. And then we will go for the laser. If I can make it that high. Made it. Alright, so... at least I got the option for the boss, but... that's about it. And yeah, once again, like I was able to make it here several times during my practice runs. I've been trying. I know how good this game is. And it's just difficult. And it's not my style of game. Are we gonna survive? Okay, let's see what we can do here. Nope, nope, nope. Then I was paranoid about hitting the mountain again. That was the end of that. Alright, and I get 8 again. Alright, what is that? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, Leo, Virgo, Libra. Yeah, I forget after Libra. Capricorn, Aquarius, whatever. This one. Believe that's the order. Not an expert by any means. Alright, but that is Gradius, and that is the game played. And with the game played, it's time to talk about how it holds up today. Playing the game today, the game is definitely fun. I wouldn't have done as many runs of the game if it wasn't fun. But I was able to do so many runs because the game is difficult. I would say one of the more difficult shooters that we have done to this point. For whatever reason, when the game scrolls horizontally, I feel that the games are much more difficult. Maybe it's just how I'm used to things, but between like Defender and Scramble and Super Cobra and now Gradius, like those games are hard for me. And I think that they're hard for a lot of people, but I definitely feel like I am worse at those games than I am at the vertically scrolling ones. But overall, the game is very good. I think that this is a significant upgrade over Scramble and Super Cobra, I would say that this is probably the best shooter that we have played to date. This is a really good game, and I really enjoy it. I do enjoy the power-up system. It brings a bit of strategy to the game that we haven't seen in a lot of shooters. With that said, there are probably two things that I personally would like in order to make the game better for me. Number one, I think is pretty obvious, is that I would like continues. I just want to be able to continue where I left off. I want to continue going forward. The fact that I can't even beat the first boss, though, probably proves that it's not going to be super important for me, because I probably can't beat that guy unless I practice at it a ton, because I already had like several runs trying to get past that guy. But continue options, I think that is something that this game could benefit from. And then for me personally, I would like a way for when my character dies for me to keep all of the upgrades that I've gotten the whole time. Kind of like I said during the run, if I die while having the power-ups, what are the chances I'm not going to die when I lose all of the power-ups? So for me, I would like to be able to just kind of keep those between lives, and probably between continues as well. That would make things better for me personally. But I understand that if that happened, then you'll basically have to redesign the entirety of the game to try to adjust to the new try to get a new difficulty setting going. But honestly, losing the options and the laser and all the missiles, if you get those, and all your speed, it's devastating in this game. And they only give you a little bit of time to catch up, and never enough power-ups in order to get even close to what you were when you died. So for me personally, I would like to have the power-up stay, but I understand that's kind of just a personal preference for me. But yeah, that first death just means, all right, so I'm going to die pretty soon after this, because I'm not going to be able to catch up to losing at that point. But with that said, I think the game is really good. I think the gameplay system is kind of a next generation almost of a shooter. I think between Xevious, 1942, and Gradius, we are talking about kind of the next generation of shooters compared to the old stuff like Space Invaders, Galaxian, and Galaga. Right? I think we're looking at a new generation here, and I think Gradius is kind of the standout so far for the shooter genre. I think the graphics hold up very well. Everything looks like it's supposed to. The sound is really good. I think the jingle actually is very nice. I think the replayability on this is pretty high. You want to figure out that strategy. You want to get good at the game. I would also like an auto fire. Once again, that's kind of me personally. My thumb's a little sore after a few days of practice, but not as bad as it has been in the past. So it's not as bad, but I still want an auto fire. Maybe we could have that as an upgrade as well. But the strategy, everything about the game is good. If you are interested in shooters, this is definitely something worth checking out. Not just if you're in the ballpark that you want to learn about the history of shooters. I think if you are interested in this kind of game, right, in a shooter, Gradius is a game that you should check out. Whether it's new or old, I think it holds up very well. And that's my modern take on the game. When the game was released, Gradius proved to be popular. It would top the sales charts in both Japan and in Europe. The critics also seemed to enjoy the game, particularly the graphics and the gameplay. As time has gone on, the game has retained its positive reputation, and Gradius is seen as one of the best and most influential shooters of its time. Gradius would spawn ports, re-releases, and sequels. We will keep an eye on these as we continue. As for Konami, this success would help keep Konami in the video game industry. We will hear from Konami again as well. As for Hiroyasu Machiguchi and Miki Higashino, they would both continue to create video games, and we will hear from both of them again in the future. That will do it for the story of Gradius for now. My name is ballerscuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video when we get in the middle.